Итак, всем привет, с вами Хоими. Продолжаем прохождение игры Vampyr. Допрос с пристрастием.
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina.
Бирюзовая черепаха, прикольно, кстати, название.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to
Ну
stay.
да. И алкоголь, который все это.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Ну да.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu.
Испанка, точняк. Было дело.
Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now.
Ну да.
It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
Убийство мы и так знаем, не хочу с утра.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir.
А че, Степанович вообще? О боже, я могу это Степан, твою мать! Серьезно, вы, о боже.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other
Которых
customers
нет.
to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean,
Она очень неловкая.
I best check on them.
Ну мы странные, поэтому.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Что-нибудь еще? Сейчас мы пойдем к человеку снаружи. Что у нас тут? По карте ничего. Ладно, идемте к человеку. Я, может, конечно, ему... Ясно, тут даже все закрыто. Ладно. Так. Как он сказал, второй этаж, первая дверь. Мы, короче, да, Джонатан, все дела. Привет, Джонатан, скажи привет.
Looking for vampires, and they're most efficient. They'll not relent until the killer has been identified. I have a common objective, but I require... I think someone is
О, вампирка.
You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Женщина ушла. Этот шушур, а то они так уходят.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
Япона, мать.
I mean, you know.
Че, серьезно, кресты?
Present yourself. I need a word.
Серьезно? Он не боится крестов? Деревянный оседлан, я не знаю, что с ним. Какого хрена вообще это было? Нормально. Все хорошо с мужиком, да, действительно, все нормально. Все зашибись. И фигли. Неизвестный. Угу. Угу.
Who might you be?
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want.
Да твою
Then I may
мать.
tell you.
Мужики, давайте без вот
That's none of
этого.
your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them, biting them.
The calling card of a vampire, like you.
Типа того.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Помощник вампира.
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul.
О,
I'm performing an independent investigation here in an
Понятно.
attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking
да
about.
знаешь ты все, мужик.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docs have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished.
Может, новообращенный, как мы, только не
It must
очень
be brought to
адекватный.
ground, and quickly.
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Не уверена я.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I?
Это
But
личный
then let me
чувак, а
ask you this.
бесполезно.
What are
уже.
your intentions if you find the killer?
Ответы мне
I will
нужны.
at last
Давайте
have the
глупо.
answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Ну да, ну да. Ну реально, на вампиров детства кресты давно лет, знаю, случилось-то. Хотя... Это, конечно, не факт. Так, мужик, не ты. Переутомление. Эти здоровые. Ого! Круто! Круто, круто. Мы обокрали чувака. Ладно, тут выныриваюсь, видимо. Тут все закрыто.
It's locked.
Конечно. Кто-то кашляет, это плохо.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight.
Ага.
Someone must know something.
Может, наша официанточка нам все-таки что-то скажет?
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the
Родная,
truth.
давай.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was
Прям
dead drunk
клещами,
as usual.
серьезно.
My God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin, his hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Так, ладно.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates.
Понятно.
But recently, Will started to get
Обратился, видать, или что-то еще.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Хорошо. Так.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Ну-ка.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced
Ха,
customer,
ну
and
да.
that's the truth.
Не не подкатишь.
Who is he?
William, just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah, like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Ах, ладно. Где же
I
он?
need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Так. Лодочки. Лодочки так лодочки.
I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as
Фигли. Мы идем влево. Женщина мне пока не нужна, спасибо. Стабильно хреново, я бы так выразилась.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
Так. А, мужик.
The body
Собственно.
is still warm. This man has
Он
just
съел
been drained
всё.
of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
Ну, не смог.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this?
Да,
Some
да.
sort of note. Blood and...
Так. Так. Октября. Патрульный в доках. Множество погибших в районе доков. Мы полагаем, что там действует опасная кровосос. Найдите тварь, ликвидируйте ее, дабы быстрее. Судя по недавним событиям, этот вампир очень агрессивен. Действуйте с определенной осторожностью. Я знаю, что в этой части города у нас не хватает людей. Но не поручайте это дело новичкам, если я не ошибся. Вдруг действительно бешеная тварь, которая убивает каждую ночь. Как всегда, сначала посмотрите заброшенные старые дома, подвалы, склады, канализацию. Что красота быстрее.
These men. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Ну, давай. Удиви меня. Это я прошу прощения, что я могу тут немножко в звуках позевывать, потому что... Ой, это сильнее меня. Просто сильнее меня. Подожди. Во. Тем более винт и масло дали. Ага. Ну, собственно, вверх вышли, да. Отец нам еще рано, так что бежим. Бежит он, конечно, тоже смешно. Знаете, как такой миньончик. Останавливается быстро. Вопрос. И как? Город нуждается в тебе. Наверное. Понятно. Понятно, охотник сразу же. Следу в пирсе, ну да. То есть тут, если что, могла быть тихая атака, да? Не получилось. Так, оружие дальнего боя. Что помните, оружие дальнего боя? Это оружие наносит обычный урон. Так я... Нет, а погоди. Так а погоди, но у меня же есть дальний... Япона, мать, а? Я не... Не, я хрен знает. Так, досель врага, чтобы... Так, сопротивление. Некоторые враги устойчивы к определенному виду урона. Магические броня, дальний бой, магический кровь и тень. Различает среднюю устойчивость, высокую устойчивость. Ага. Штука. Еще штуки. Если бы я могла мимо их проскочить. Серьезно? Ну-ка. Миленько. Реально миленько. Еще немножко баблишка. Дело хорошее. Как меня верхний-то не увидел вообще? Я ж там шумела с нижним, как я не знаю, мы там, я не знаю, танцевали что-то. Джига-дрыгу, наверное. Обалдел? Охреневшее создание. Не, ну это вообще нормально. Чуть себе крови даванули. Тут закрыто. Сердцебиение, ничего не чувствую. Сейчас почувствую. Ну, конечно. Садисты. Понятно. Нравится, как они кричат от боли. Ну да, ну да, ну да. Успей.
Did you hear me? Over there!
Кровь надо восполнить. И все-таки. Найн. Так, не то. Ну хорошо, им дай бог, им видней. Я же хочу его использовать. Какого дьявола-то? Погоди. Значит, так. Процесс. Нет, привязка клавиш его управления. Это левой рукой. Да, вот, как мне дальний бой-то? Медленно бежать. Следующее оружие для правой руки. Так. Да ну от тебя в жопу. Вот как вот. Не работает. Зря. Ну-ка в ту сторону.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top.
Живой щит никогда не помешает. Ты этот, совсем что ли? А fucking sure this dear. Что я не очень. Это вещички, а вот все остальное тут мне еще пригодится. А где еще-то один был? Или он все? А он не все, он, короче, глухой на страже стоит. Да. Так. Так, кое-что из ваших сотрудников считает, что наше главное преимущество борьбы с кровососом заключается в том, что они не могут ходить на улицу днем, поэтому должны уничтожать их в логовых, когда они спят. Такая ошибка характерна для новичков. Во-первых, потому что вампиры умные и пользуются множеством уловок, чтобы сбить нас со следа. Во-вторых, потому что их убежище наполнено смертельно опасными ловушками. Ага. Окей. Видимо, вот это вот. Да. Милота Япона мать. Так, крысы часто выходят рядом с убежищем. Что? А что делать надо? Ёпта, за нее, конечно же, не дают. На самом деле тупо. Ну ладно. Надо хинуться. Да. Погоди. Там я была. А мне так кажется. О, убежище. Крутенько, крутенько. Простите, сэр, мне искренне жаль. Беда в том, что я так и не разобралась, как, блин, здесь стрелять вообще. Поэтому ваше увещевание по типу того, что, господи, это пополнить пастрона, я как бы не это. Это у вас даже материал улучшения оружия. Уже ближнего боя. Ладно. Так. Значит, наносимый урон. О, вот просто выносливости. Спиритуально мне пригодилось бы. Ну ладно. Так, у нас сейчас... Ага. Что у нас тут хорошего есть? Укус и кровь. Ну, слишком удобно. Слишком много полезного. Ну, почему? Ладно, не говорите, не хотите, не надо. Нам надо, да, восполнение в бою. Потом в крови уже полезем, потому что нам осталось 70 этих. Да не, блин. У меня привычка РПГшная, что делать? Не, пока игра, ну такая симпатичная, конечно. Реально нестабильно, а стабильно тяжелая.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Пруд какой-то свинцовый. Господи, найдут же. А, вот он. Ага, касса обдумываешь, наверное, чтобы задействовать. Да. Беда в том, что не выбирается. Найн. Я, наверное, реально что-то не понимаю.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Прям арена, слушайте. Нет.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Оу, фак. Босс-файт, серьезно. Ну давай, похиляемся. Реально сейчас дудочить этим будем, это же полезно. Господь пастырь мой. Ну, может быть, может быть, может быть. Я так и не. Может, я что-то, конечно, реально не понимаю. И это, наверное, реально таки так. Милый.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
Сзади, сзади, сзади! Ну, вообще, типа, босс-файт тоже был, насрать уже. А, нет, все. Теперь надо было что, спалить? Здрасте. А, вот эта женщина, с которой разговаривал. Да, да, именно. Сейчас. Мило. А пастор там что, все откинулся? Пастор, живи. Ты смогешь.
George and the saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Серьезно? Ты как тут вообще оказался, а?
Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
Странная штука, ну ладно.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Yes, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to
Ну
rest.
да.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William,
Прям
I'll be a
5
step
секунд уже.
closer to understanding
5
what happened to
seconds.
me.
Ну как бы, и чё я тут буду лапать? Туда я не могу. А, возить кровь? Так ты же мне не под...
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I
Ну,
must
я
find a
думаю, так и
place to
есть.
analyze the blood.
Погнали.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
Окей.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator,
Низшим
prey,
вампиром, видимо.
villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool.
Слушай, серьезно,
You used me
за
to
этого.
locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital
Ясненько.
is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
Ага,
This is
понятно.
where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
Ну да,
You
что-то
are correct,
такое.
sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Он странный, но мне
Have we
нравится.
met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a
Ну да,
vampire.
радости мало.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post
Ну,
of
а чего нет?
employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours, you'll be adequately reimbursed and have a
Куда
place
мне его
to
тратить-то?
hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Ты прям подкупаешь на всех фронтах, чувак.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so
И камеру так вернули, конечно, будто мы что-то это.
Jonathan, this is one for the book and the beginning of a
Он наш фанат
beautiful
сейчас, пипец.
friendship.
Бежим! Пролог пройден, ребятки, пролог пройден. Все, вторая серия, пошла второй час, ага.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
А, мы уже оделись.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Ну да, медсестры, они все-таки крепкие бабы, поэтому ладно, не сочувствуем. Есть нормально.
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
А, со, спокойно, не отрыми
Your
руку.
assistance is required, Dr. Swansea,
Welcome
immediately.
aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane.
Хорошо.
I'm
Да, если я не
coming.
знаю, опыт апгрейдится, я буду рада. Очень странный парень, конечно. Очень. Так, доставьте в больницу. Так. Доставьте меня в больницу. Я принял решение доктора Суэнси и буду работать в Пемброкской... Так, больница. Мне не выбор, этот человек знает о моем состоянии, о том, кем я стал, о том, что я вампир, и это невероятно. Я ничего не знаю об этом больнице. Вот здесь буду думать, что я Джонатан Рид. Знаменитый хирург, хотя это уже не так. Я должен лгать им всем, пациентам, персоналу. Это мой новый дом. Здесь я буду прятаться от тех, кто преследует меня. Здесь я буду прятаться до тех пор, пока не пойму, что же происходит. Мило. Типа...
I cannot enter.
Понятно, то есть у нас есть как бы квестик, а как бы не квестик. Ладно, этим мешать просто не надо, они тут сами разберутся. Я понял. Вообще-то не... Я, может... Голосок, привет. Я.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Нормально, сам попрешь.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here.
Ну да. Не, кишки наружу тоже не так. Кишки наружу там вепрем каким-то бороться.
That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am
Да
a doctor.
ты...
Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay
Cox.
Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Ёлки-ты-палки. Так, а сколько указано то, сколько единиц опыта получите, убив этого персонажа, чем выше качество крови. Так, загипнотизировать, чтобы выпить кровь человека, сначала нужно загипнотизировать его и ввести подальше от посторонних глаз, если ваш уровень гипноза равен степени жертвы или превосходит его, вы можете получить контроль над ним. А как-то покрасивее это было сделать нельзя?
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Очень странная механика. Искушение крови. Нажмите А, чтобы объять необъятное. Или Б, отпустить его. Объяв его, вы получите много единиц опыта, но помните, это приведет к определенным последствиям. Чем больше вы узнаете о горожанах, чем больше собираетесь с ним, тем больше будет опыта.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Зубастик, отвали.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can run from
Не играйся на чувак, я опасная. Я-то найду себе новую, это не проблема, по крайней мере, в этом сеттинге. До хрена народ-то шастит. Так, куда мне там? Больница. Мила. Полицейский, еще какие-то люди. Мне нужна куча вещей. Куча вещей. Понятно, мы пока не умеем.
Good evening, sir.
Здрасте.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us.
Ага, я крутой, я крутыш.
Better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before.
Ну,
at the Rockefeller
считай, что нет.
University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now.
Ну да.
Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Да, классно.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation?
Да,
And
с
please,
подсказкой, конечно, труднее, но что-нибудь придумаем.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Да ладно.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
И правильно. Так.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Ну да, жесть, это сложно.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Ладно.
Goodbye,
Спасибо,
Dr.
сэр.
Tippett.
Так, то есть у нас теперь есть инфа на него. Убежден, что не программа отправляется медицине лучше, чем полагается медсестре. Это как бы не есть плохо.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new
Нет,
staff
я не...
members,
Я
no matter how
шла.
illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's
А
the
чего нет?
Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office.
О,
You'll find it on the second
убежище.
floor with your name
Отлично,
on the
сейчас мы
door.
там значуем.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane.
О,
Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
давай поговорим.
I would like to ask a few questions
Дело
first.
здесь, конечно, очень топорно, но что делать?
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Ну да.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
О.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Так, Нерс Крейн, где-то там. Прогружайся, эй! Один Нерс Крейн. Не, она такая, не. Так, хорошо. Давайте с ним разговаривать, я не знаю.
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
А, снова.
Dr.
Как
Reed,
ты там
any
оказался?
good news to share?
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Ладно. С тобой ты сейчас бесполезно, тебя я уже видела. Вот, ты у
Good
нас
evening,
интересуешь.
nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood
Миленько.
transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
Ну да.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected
Но
notoriety.
если
You must know, blood
если
transfusions are Dr.
хорошо работает
Swansea's
метод, то
primary
почему нет?
subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
О, да, как он чертовски прав.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but
Ну да.
how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tibbets. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Трудоголик, понятно.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No, I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Ну да.
Why does Dr.
Во.
Tippets claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke
Oh.
years ago.
Dr. Tippets does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really
Да, да,
hope he
типа
doesn't.
того. Именно такой развернутая формулировка, я пыталась все сказать.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Где мужик-то сам? Мужичина! Ну ладно, увалил опять куда-то. Здрасте.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance
Oh.
driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed.
Да.
And if you ever need a better gun,
Не,
remember,
по ей
I may have
воспользоваться
something
хоть
for you.
раз бы, блин.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Если бы мне нужно было хоть что-то, блин.
Good
Погоди,
evening,
Мил,
Doctor.
значит, с вами
Good evening,
поговорила.
Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Ну да.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling
Ну да.
guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
Oh.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Ну да.
Since you're on the front line,
Полностью до добра и зла. Окей. Хвосты.
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
how is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Goodbye.
Мерси. Ладно. Тебя допросили. Остался народ внутри. Плакат мы уже видели. Сколько вас здесь людей, япона мать? Реально, сколько здесь людей? Сколько?
It's locked, all right.
Шончик, вы как?
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sorry, I must apologize.
Да ничего, милый, ты был в шоке,
I was not
понимаем, верим.
myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite.
Все
A
нормально.
little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion,
Ему
actually.
высушили, видать.
William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Oh.
What do you do for a living,
Это
Mr.
странно,
Hampton?
ну ладно, он же
I can't help but
священник.
notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Миленько.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Но у этого сработал главное.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Ладно.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Понятно. Заперт он, чтобы пить кровь.
Enter this awful place alone. You're a hero,
Или
Mr.
дурак,
Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why.
Ну да.
Just like a patient I met here. This Miss
Oh.
Hallcroft.
Холкрофт?
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Ладно, спасибо.
Goodbye, Mr.
Была
Hampton.
рада поговорить.
We'll talk again later.
Но диалоги здесь сделаны дерьмово. Они очень скучные, ладно. Господи, это-то что? О, Дианы колья, понятно.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor.
О,
German
да,
shell took
видно.
my
Что-то
pretty
такое,
little
да.
mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches
А чё
to
ты
be
хотел,
surrounded
родной?
again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work.
А,
It just
да.
hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain.
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Oh. Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Ладно.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Так, пока все.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Да, весело. Я хотела со всеми переговорить, этих всех, вот слишком много. О боже, их реально дофига. Мама.
I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
А чё ты меня бычишься-то, божек?
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
Ну это правда, твою мать. Мужик. Это нахрен называется.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
Да кто что? Тебе ничего не стоит, я поняла.
But I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Ой, да изыди ты.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Спокуха, мужик.
Do you need my assistance?
Not at all. I'm sure that you are used to gaining people's trust with your impressive skills. Well, it will not be the case with me.
Since your tenure in
Ладно, сейчас он последний, пойдем в кабинет свой искать.
Perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Имейте в виду, и пойдем на допросследование. Но вот это связь такое маленькое но, которое все рушит.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Собака лесная, окей.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Козел. Так, люди, Что там про него опять скрылось-то? Давай тебе до истощения, но отказ прекращать работать. Не о нем, что ли? Не добрали современных методов медицины. Ладно. У нас уже 740. Я просто пока что туда не пойду. Неоконченное письмо. Мои милые дети, извините за то, что не писал вам раньше, но мне чертовски больно нацарапать даже пару слов на этой проклятой бумаге. Не бойтесь, как только врачи вылечат папину руку, он сразу выйдет из больницы. А пока, если вам что-то понадобится, подойдите на стройку и скажите мистеру Чедвику, что вы дети Хара и Фидика. Вы Роберта Чедвика помните? Большого усатого мужчину, который прошлой весной помогал мне чинить двери. Разрешите его, просите несколько монет, он вам не откажет. Мне жаль, что я пока не могу работать, но когда я выйду, мы что-нибудь придумаем. Не волнуйтесь, как только папина рука снова станет сильно, и все будет хорошо. Ясно, понятно. Если чуть позже. Попозже, ладно? Я надеюсь, все-таки не убежите, ладно? А то будет очень неприятный инцидент такой заполучить. Чё только в помойку не выбрасывают, а? Мне кажется, все в этом месте, иначе вас убьют. Причем доктор всех спалит. Уи! Какие-то люди, господи, мне реально со всеми с ними разговаривать. Я не хочу, их слишком много. Так,
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Письмо длинное, я попозже почитаю. Ладно, сейчас я просто уже немножко устала между сериями. Бегает он, конечно, действительно не очень. Так, второй этаж, кажется, с нашими инициалами должна быть комнатка, но поскольку я на фикс не помню у него инициала. Сейчас будет квест «Найди свою комнату».
It's locked.
Это я. Да, во. Нет, не угадала. Not now, так not now. Пила. Но это вот можно было продать, я продала, а так. Так, мы сейчас все собираем для крафту.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Да, действительно. Хотя бы в гробу не надо спать. Наверх. Нифига там нет. Поцеловали вверх и возвращаемся обратно.
It's locked.
Ну, конечно, сейчас опять ключи, ищи по всему поместью ключи, Конор, да?
It's locked, all right.
Безделушки, Конор. Сокровища Кида, Конор. Ой, ненавижу эту срань. Бич драконов, чё? Нет, а чё ты... Погоди, ну... А чё происходит? Я вроде ничего не нажимала, я пытаюсь инвентарь поменять. Так, я попросила сестру Крейн подготовить для вас кабинет в втором этаже. К сожалению, могу вам проводить. Не нужно вам никто не заходил, поэтому спокойно с 5 днем работать по ночам. Если вам угодно, здесь нет лаборатории, но можете проводить. Ну, короче, мы это и так поняли. Меня реально смущает. Все-таки у меня пауза, вампирские навыки. Та-та-та. Оно не хочет. Даже если я... Отлично, превосходно. Ватсон, какого дьявола? Красота, блин, ага. Беда в том, что я даже использовать никак не могу.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue to... Tomorrow night.
Ладно.
I have so much time now.
Хочешь спи, не хочешь не спи. Ладно, сейчас, блин, как оно управлять это гребаное оружие, а? Я прям устала от этого дерьма. Это сам то, что нужно. Так, пикирование, сохранить прыжок ценности, урон, время приземления. О, это было бы зашибенно. Как раз. Пикирование — это очень хорошее дерьмо. Хорошо, отлично. Мы поспали. Собственно говоря, да, следующая ночь. В общем-то... Вторая белохалат, серьезно, уже? В общем... В общем, так, подписывайтесь в комментарии, я оставлю ссылочку в описании. Давайте далее проходить наше вампирское приключение. Я буду смотреть, что делать с этим гребаным управлением. Ну, мы что-нибудь придумаем. Вот. Всем пока.